Oh, this actually reminds me. I think I've mentioned this in the previous stream, but I'm reading Stephanie Meyers's. Meyers? Is it Meyers's or Meyers? I don't remember. Anyway, her book, Midnight Sun or whatever it's called, the one that's like tells the Twilight first book events from Edward Cullen's perspective. And there was a passage in that. There is a passage, I don't remember the page, and the passage goes, I sent a message about this to my friend because I thought it was hilarious. The context is, Edward Cullen goes to hunt, right? He's like, he wants to drink Bella's drug, he wants to suck on Bella, right? So he goes to hunt to like at least not be hungry around her. And so the passage goes, I overdid it, drinking more than necessary. Glutting myself again. A small grouping of elk and one black bear I was lucky to stumble across this early in the year. Edward sucked a group of elk and one black bear. I went to Google this. Apparently in one elk there's at least like 20 liters, right? So Edward sucked like 80 to 100 and over that liters of blood. He sucked on a whole group of elk in a black bear. How, like, I don't know. The only image in my head left after reading that passage is from Willy Wonka, when there's one of the kids becomes like this balloon, big blue balloon thing, like huge, like gets inflated. I was like, it doesn't make sense that he would suck like 5 deciliters from each one, because then he would be just killing a whole group of elk, and that's just like waste of energy and all, unless he wanted to like keep on killing, but the emphasis was on the feeding and not wanting to kill, right? How much does his body stretch? That is a lot. Yeah, that is a lot. Where does it go? How does it work? Like, anyway, I think it's absurd that if they go hunting, they would hunt more than 2 like deer or something, because there's like dozens of liters of blood in those animals, and they only need to suck on the blood, right? Why would they leave blood unsucked? Because that's just waste of energy. But they also, like, apparently in one of the books, apparently they mentioned that they are like concerned about the ecosystem of the woods. Why would they then do unnecessary killing? Especially if they want to be pacifist vampires, right? It doesn't make sense. And the most absurd thing about this all is I couldn't find anyone talking about this on the internet. I went to Twilight Reddit. I went to like subreddit of Twilight, and I didn't find anyone talking about it. Stop grinding your teeth, David. It's absurd. How is no one talking about it? How is no one talking about how much Edward Cullen's stomach can contain blood? Because that is like around 100 liters at least. A group of elk. I'm just like, it's just so insane to me. And I can't let this go. I keep thinking about it. I keep thinking about it. It doesn't make sense. And it's also like how casually it's just mentioned. Yeah, just a black bear and a grouping of elk, you know, and just happened to stumble by, you know. It's up to you to do it. I should create a Reddit. I don't actually have a Reddit account. I should create a Reddit account and go to Twilight subreddit and just talk the shit out of this. Like, start a great talk about where the blood from those elk and bear. No, but seriously, Stephanie Meyers, what is this bullshittery? I thought you did your research and got these things through. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I really like, this is the reason I don't engage with vampire content, right? I think vampires are a great like basis for many great conversations, right? Like, first of all, morality, you know, relationships between, like, you know, food, like you know, it's great conversation about also like human like meat consumption. Like, now we are being eaten. How is that any different from how we eat animals? Like, important, like morally great dubious grounds and stuff like that. And then it's like, and then the great possibilities that vampirism and vampire stories could hold. It gets like, how they are treated is like this. It's ridiculous. It's upsetting. So vampires open a lot of doors to discussion. Yeah. Also, they're cool. Like, I've always wondered, like, what is the problem? Like, everyone is like, oh, they're inherently like bad, right? They're like, oh, vampires eat humans, so they're bad. I'm like, what do you mean? If eating another animal is bad, then like, we are just the same. Like, we are worse. We're worse. We raise billions of animals each year that keep being slaughtered, and the amount of food waste, of meat food waste, like, those are also unnecessary kills, most of them, because of the food waste, right? And then they're like, no, the vampires are inherently evil. They're inherently evil. I'm like, come on, guys. Also, why can't we just not make like a business around blood banks, right? Just business around, like, sell your blood. Like, who says a human needs to die? Also, that is another thing. Like, why would a person die from vampires sucking on them? Because a person has like 5 liters of blood, and you know, stomach can be stretched. But I think, like, what is the size of a stomach? Stomach is like 1.5 liters, like, right? Stomach size in liters. Maximum stomach value in adults is between 2 and 4 liters. So you would feel anyway stuffed at already at like 2 liters of sucking blood. So you could just have like a little bit of here and there, right? So why would a person die? They're not sucking the 5 liters. Also, it's very weird that they always like suck for a few seconds, and that's like all, and then the person dies. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. Like, you could just make a system out of it, like, and you could make it interesting, like different kind of blood foods, right? You can make all kinds of blood products and capitalize on that, right? We love capitalism, right? We want to profit out of everything. And you have, because you regenerate blood, you know, like donate blood, you know, you get the blood back, right? Like, that's an endless possibility for, you know, getting money. And because vampires live so long, they anyway get rich. They live like forever, so they get rich. So money is not a problem for pro vampires. Of course, if you are a novice, like a new vampire, then it's a little sucky. But you know, eventually you accumulate wealth, so you're actually able to even like afford. You're able to afford the blood, and so humans could like that way generate wealth. I don't know. I want someone to actually explore these things, but you know, they never do. Okay, I'm gonna ask for help.